Hi everyone. So today I'm going to do a comparison video. I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, since my video of comparison of the piano sounds have get over 100,000 views. So today I want to do a video of the string sounds, which are very important and um, one of my most favorite sounds. So we'll go through my collections over the years. So the first sounds we are going in is the Audio Pro LA Scoring Strings 2 here. It has the ensemble patch and also solo section patches. Let us check out the first one is the sustain patch. The dynamic can be controlled through the module modulation right here. Very nice, very thick sounding. I've been using LA Scoring String for quite a while now. It's still very good. Let us try the Ensemble Sordino, lighter and smoother string. Nice. Let us check out the some legato of the solo section. Let's check out this cello full legato sustain with vibration. So if you play the velocity is low enough, it will automatically switching glissando from this note to the other note, which is quite real in cello or violin playing. Let us check out the violin full legato. I have to transpose my keyboard up. Let us move to the next sound, the Cinestrings solo. This is one of my favorite sounds for solo string sound. Just now the LA Audio Pro Scoring String is ensemble for mostly I use for ensembles, but this is for solo instrument. Let us check out the violin true legato. Due to the time restriction, so I cannot test all the articulation. Mostly I'll be testing the legato or sometimes staccato and pizzicato as well. Okay, as you can see, the realism is unbelievable nowadays, and even if it's finished playing the note, the bow will be finished, and then the next bow will be played. that is something that I've been looking for a while, because the violin cannot play forever, you know, and also if it's played just one bow and it stops, sometime your idea at that arranging part is continuous, so it needs to have go up and then the bow go down, something like that. So this is very real. Okay, let us take the pizzicato. Actually here they have a lot of articulation. All depend on the velocity. How hard you play, it will translate to the articulation. If you play very soft, it will become staccato. If not, it will become spiccato. Right. Let's try the cello, yeah, shall we? The next ball comes in right away, so it's quite real there. Also, there are many settings that you can tweak and change, but for the sake of comparison, I would just show you guys the default sounds of each of the sounds that we come through, because it's not fair if you can tweak it here and there and then make it sounds better. So I'll just compare at the default sound of the factory sound of each sounds. So that's the Cinestrings solo. Let us move on to the next one, Hein solo violin. This is a very famous among composer and arranger alike. Have very distinguished characteristics as well. So you can see the speed of the RAM that I'm loading right now. You see, so this one will take up like 1 GB of your RAM, so it's quite heavy. Let's hear how it sounds. Modulation will control the speed of the vibrato. So the modulation will control the speed of the vibrato. There are some key switch here. Okay, so this is some pre-made. Okay, this is trill. Spiccato here. Different spiccato. This is short detached. Pizzicato. And then dynamic expression short. Dynamic expression. Sustained vibrato. So as you can see, the Hein solo violin has many different articulation to imitate the real sounds, which is very good. I also sometimes use this solo violin for many of my projects. We'll come to the next one. The very famous, unmistakable session string. We'll come to the next one. The very famous and unmistakable sound of native instrument, the Session Strings Pro. This is more of not solo instrument, but more of sections and ensembles. And the strength, the good thing about this is it can be animated. What I mean by animated is you can, let me show you. It can be played normally. So you can play normally like that, or you can, let's say, use the animator here and use the articulation here, staccato, and then use your pattern, and then it will play according to your tempo, how you want. I mean, it's good for making beats and groovy and you know, exciting songs. Give you ideas a lot. I like this one because it inspires us to make good music. But of course, the pattern is limited. So if you are out of ideas from the pattern, you have to find your own patterns. So the sounds of this is not bad. This sample library is not controlled by the modulation for the dynamic. And also there are many options you can change here, but I won't change because I'm only comparing the default. Okay, next one we'll do is the vintage string. Vintage string. It's also an ensemble. Let us test the 6 violin all articulation. The vintage string is not your typical orchestra and, you know, thick sounding, round, full. It's a thinner, but it's very distinct. The string sounds very vintage, very old. Let us test some articulation here. Pizzicato. Fall off. Okay, so this is glissando major. Glissando, just now it's glissando down, this is glissando up major. Glissando down minor. Glissando up minor. So this is sometimes used for R&B and pop, but it's kind of 70, 80 kind of strings. But nevertheless, this is very nice string sounds. Okay, we come to the next one is Emotive strings. This one is made by Native Instrument as well, and this is pre-play, pre-made. I call it pre-made, pre-play. You cannot play like your own sequence or your own chord. I mean, you can play your own chords, but you cannot play your own design of sequence, because this is already pre-made in the sequence. As you see, a lot of sequences. We'll test some of it. Let's see, Shadow Hunter. So this is for sound designing for games and movies actually. Sounds very cinematic. It sounds very cinematic. But the sound is really good. I mean, it has a lot of option for you to change as well. And for those that work in this line of work, I think it will help a lot. Okay, we'll come to the next one. One of my all-time favorite strings